Hey guys, it's Sonia, and I told you I would be on, last minute because our shop is open. Matt's actually working the front desk for me. I tend to be the one with the bead bar. Matt will step in at any moment, and he is my best student. I trained him well, and in my absence, I know he'll do a marvelous job. My goal is to pop over here. I've got a lady set up. She's making 2 bead bracelets, so I think I can get here, talk to you guys, tell you about my plan. Hey Lena, how are ya? And also show you the project I'm working on today. So if you were here yesterday, I told you that I've been staring at some candlesticks, and I came back from Canada, from the island, and I've been painting, as you see behind me, lots of islandy sea critter kind of things. And I also love like distressed, chippy, time-worn, weathered, right? It's within me. You can't hide what's inside. And so I came back and I started looking at the candlesticks, and I'm like, when you leave and you come back, you're like, they need some color. And so this is what I'm working on right now this week, and I'm doing chippy style. So this is a pair that I went out and got. Where'd my other ones go? I showed you a picture last night of those, right? So these right now, this guy here, you can see I started to work the chippiness. Tell me if you love the chippiness. It's okay if you don't. I personally do. I do a whole technique here to knock my paint off. So you're going to capture me doing that right now. Kim, hello. Rula, Deborah, and a Debbie. Listen, tell me where you're watching from. Say hello. Kim's on here as well. Tell me your town if you want, or your state. It's so cool to connect with people all over the world. I love it. So join me here daily at 2 o'clock, 2-ish, and we're going to kick off with projects. And so I am revamping just a lot of stuff that I've thrifted, and I put out in my store, and if it hasn't sold by now, like in the current condition it was, which is as is, then I'm gonna Sonia-fy it up, okay? Because I'm telling you, if you walk into a store and you see these, you're like, whoa, boom, aqua dreams. So I've got red going on in here, and I've got some like an aqua color as well. And this week I put out a poll because as I work through painting things in my store, I'll tell you what my plan is in just a second, the biggest plan of all. If you watched yesterday, you know that the goal I have for myself personally is to purchase a home back on the island that I'm from, and I want to get that in place. You better believe I'm looking for, a fixer-upper that I will be filming and sharing with you guys back on the island of, when I find it, what it looks like. I'll take you with me for the whole journey. So the part we're starting off on right now is I just got back from my trip, and I realized how much I missed home. I've been away from home for 20 years. And so made the decision, discussions with Matt. Now, when you leave a place and you have 3 days together in a vehicle driving back, and you just both had a beautiful time, there's time to really explore and to talk about plans for the future and what we could do. And, we've often heard forever since we were little kids, the 5-year plan. So I've kind of got a plan in mind, but the first part of it, who knows how life really turns out, but the first part of it is being able to purchase a home. And when we started Junk Monkey Paint, and I started Junk Monkey Painting with my very own paint recipe with Matt, it was to be able to not only fill my home when I first moved to the US here, but also it was to pay. Who remembers this story? Because I moved to the US and I wanted to go back home for a visit, and it was like $1,500 for a ticket, and I did not have the money. And so you know what I did outside of what I did, like Matt working, I went and I started upcycling and flipping furniture. And within 2 weeks, I was able to get the $1,500 that I needed to be able to pay for a plane ticket, to be able to get myself back home. That was important, right? And so I think that when you have things that just are important to you, you should act onto them, and you should do what you need to do to make it happen. Otherwise, you sit on the sidelines and it doesn't really happen, right? But it kind of showed me that if you want to do something bad enough, you can make it happen. And so here I am now. Follow me on my journey as the road to buying a home back on the island. And how I'm going to do it is I am going to step back into my furniture flipping, which I've always done, but you just guys haven't really seen me on here. You've seen me do other things on here, but stepping back, I've taken an hiatus from making paint and putting it out into the world and sharing my projects publicly, but I'm going to tell you that, yeah, starting today, right now, actually started yesterday, I'm already collecting things. And if you want to follow me, I believe that furniture is a currency, meaning that you can make a lot of money flipping furniture, okay? And I'm not the kind of person, I'm just going to be honest with you, I am not that person that does like, this project took me 4 weeks to do, and I don't know, I painted the Mona Lisa on it, and papers, and everything else. I'm just not that person. I have always truly been somebody who flips furniture, flips it into beautiful functional furniture. You know, so I'm going to be flipping furniture here over the next few weeks, raising money for myself. I'll let you know how that's going. But I believe that we're at a time right now where people are, this feels like the right time to do it, because furniture, there's always needs for furniture. Everybody has pieces in their home. Everybody's always selling stuff, restarting, redecorating, moving, all those things. But there's a real need for furniture. And if you go on Facebook Marketplace, there's so much on there. And anyway, I'm going to put my furniture on there. I'm going to put it in my shop. I'll show you. We'll go out thrifting. I'll take you to the thrift store with me. My goal, my formula has always been, and it changed my life, is to buy pieces, to not become a museum, but rather to find pieces that I could flip, really fix them up to look really, really nice, put them on the market, and not overcharge. And you become a place that's really, really known as a place like a watering hole to always go back to. So if you love what you do, you can flip furniture all day long, right? And you can also, that's how I got into doing custom pieces for people, because people would come in and be like, I saw what you did there. Can you put that same black velvet on this desk? So it kind of grew. So here I am, fast forward in the future, and I don't need a plane ticket to go home, but I do want to actually now purchase a home. Diet Coke for the win. I was up there for 1 week, 3 days to get up, there for a week, 3 days to get back. So that was my, to answer your question there. So it was up and back pretty fast. So now this is why I need a home, so I can spend months there during the year. And yeah, I would love to, quite honestly, start filming, purchase a home, start filming an upgrade, and you better believe I'll be painting and decorating, and I have plans for it, 5-year plans. So I'll tell you more as we get going on, right? But here's what I'm doing right now. I am putting some Chippy Delight in place. What do you think? Chippy, old, super old. I probably like it about right there. Like, I'm happy with that right there. You know, I did all the texture and chippiness. And once I go ahead and I put a seal on this, you guys know that with clay and chalk paint that it becomes more vibrant. So this is really, really a pretty aqua. I love the idea of aqua and red together. It reminds me just of a lot of like coastal signs. I just think Key West, right? So this is where I started. This is kind of where I am right now. So I'm going to do this one next. But yeah, so we are going to find and flip furniture. I will tell you what the market is like out there right now, and show you what I'm doing, and I'll let you know. But it is the road to raise money to purchase a home, and I believe strongly that I can do it through the power of paint and some really nice thrifted furniture. I might even go out tonight. Now I have a bunch of furniture. Oh my gosh. Can we talk about that chippy goodness? Right there. She is the moment. Right there. Hey Valerie, Sheila, Kathy, Cindy. Say hello. Catch me live. Maybe you'll see a friend in the comments. Somebody from the old banana bunch. So I have been taking a poll. It started yesterday officially. Because as I paint, and I'm making my Junk Monkey paint for myself for flips, I want to gauge interest to see if any of you guys are interested in me supplying. I will be your dealer. I will be your supplier of the Junk Monkey paint, and actually reopening up a Junk Monkey paint website with fantastic, fabulous colors. So I have been asking you guys for your thoughts. Let me know if you're painting. A lot of people took a pause after the pandemic, you know, and all that happened. We spent so much time inside. We were like, nope, ain't nobody gonna keep me down in this box. I need to go out. But I feel like we've reached a place now where people are looking to save money. They still want a beautiful home. We find ourselves looking for like spending less money, looking for experiences, and looking to create a place that in the chaos of life that you come back to your four corners and it's like, that's my place. And when I come home, your home should feel very, very relaxing. It's your four corners, you know, and while you can't control what goes on outside, you sure can control how you feel when you come back home. You can also help control how you feel when you get into something that is artsy, right? I remember one time at the height when I was really into the Junk Monkey paint, I got invited to a garden club and I put together a PowerPoint presentation, and I went into this garden club and they wanted me to talk about ideas for upcycling. And a lot of these ladies were retired and they were into gardening. They were looking to do things around their home. And I did all this research into like how when you paint and you lean into hobbies like that, you actually go into a different place, right? Of like, yeah, you know how I put it that video earlier and I'm like, you know, less worries, more painting, more dancing. It's true. Happiness is an inside job. And when you put yourself in places where you feel good, you feel good. And you know what? You can be a better person to other people around you because you feel better. But there is a lot of science into the fact that whether you're gardening or whether you're painting, whatever it is, your hobby, oh my gosh, friends, I love it. What do you think of that? That your blood pressure actually lowers, which is pretty big, right? You know, the stresses of this world. So your blood pressure lowers. And have you ever done something where you get through it and you look like, where did the time go? It's because you were so into what you were doing. It takes you away from the stresses of the day. So I want all of that. I want all of that. And I would love to be able to continue to do what I do. To help people find pieces that they love. For me, I'm somebody, you guys, I've always known that I love to paint shabby. I love to paint distressed, time-worn, very vintagey. That's just my niche, right? And I think you should do what you love. Now, if you're painting, fill the whole thing in if you're not somebody who likes heavy distressing. But I think it's important to be you because that is how you find your niche, and that is how you find people that are like you, right? And that really, truly appreciate and love what you do. So I just think you should lean into whatever you love. Oh my gosh, I love this. Now, you know that when I put my sealer on here, it's going to be amazing. So yeah, tell me if you've been painting. Tell me if you would love to see Junk Monkey paint return. And yeah, just talk to me below. Let me know your thoughts, okay? I'd love to hear from you. And I've been reading everybody's comments from the last 24 hours. And quite honestly, it's pretty amazing to just hear your stories and to see names pop up that I haven't seen in a long time, you know. But when I go live, I know that you guys have the ability as well to interact and to talk to each other. And so, you know, while, you know, it just feels like society is breaking down and it's hard to find community again, you know, that's why I say where you're from below. You might find somebody in your community that's pretty close to you, or somebody down there that has not seen you for a long time. And that's beautiful. So I'll be back on again tomorrow at 2. I'm going to go check on this lady out here that I've left making a bracelet. I've given her, you know, she's got all the best instructions. She's out there actually designing right now. And then, and Matt's on standby for me. Oh my gosh. I'm going to clean out the top of it here because when you stand a candle on this, imagine a white candle in here. Hey, Rebecca, how are you? Valerie says, I've been with you since the first 30-day paint party and bought paint in mason jars. Oh, you listen, if I could just put my paint in mason jars again, I would, because I love the mason jar. It's actually cheaper than a paint can, okay? And we love it, and it has such a vibe to it. But I quickly learned that it does not do well in the hands of a shipping company, because you don't know what's going on with that, right? Oh my gosh. The stories. But that's what you do. You learn as you go, right? You learn as you go. I was really thinking, so right now I'm doing a whole bunch of chippy candlesticks, but I was also really thinking about the color combos I could do. I think red, yellow, teals are beautiful, but I also think it'd be kind of cool to do, who remembers, I'm gonna give you tingles, who remembers antique lace? right? Yes. Would you like to see Antique Lace come back? Let me know. Let me know. Also, Matt, somebody asked yesterday, is Matt still around? Oh, yes, he is. This year, we actually, in October, we will celebrate 25 years of marriage. Pretty cool, right? But yeah, he's still, we work together. We are a team. And so, you know, when I get off these lives and I'm like, well, what's people saying, you know? Because, you know, he is the paint maker, right? And when and if we bring back the Junk Monkey, we'll make a decision this week based on the feedback we get from you guys. All I know is I'm going to be flipping for my new house purchase for my island house. So how much furniture can I paint and flip, and will people buy it? What are the colors that people are into? What are my prices that I set for them? Yeah, I'm gonna get a big like thermometer, you know, put on the wall. Remember when you were in school and you do fundraisers and you have like the big thermometer, and then the joy of collecting the money, and then you like the thermometer grows and you like, you know, use your marker. That's what's going on in my brain right now. So I'm like, what can I find? What's the prices of furniture? What kind of flips can I do? Pictures, putting them out there, and I will keep you up on a daily basis as to the projects. We'll thrift, we'll flip them, and I'll let you know if it's working out, okay? That's the plan. But I really do believe that furniture is a currency, and I know that at any point, just like I did when I moved to the United States, and if you need money and you need to be able to make ends meet, and you're working paycheck to paycheck and there is no extracy, that if you pick up a skill like learning how to paint furniture, you can always make money, because you don't have to price it at $300 or $500, right? I would buy a piece of furniture for $25 and flip it full flip my money to $50. And that's, you know, then I've got a full $50 bill. And that's how I did it when I first started my business. And so I have a dream, I have a goal right now, and I'm gonna go back to the basics. And so, yeah, so let me know, say yes if you wanna do that. Sandra says, yes, I love your paint and would buy from you again. Oh, that's good. Very nice. Okay, yeah, leave me all your feedback below. Crystal, my friend, I haven't seen you in so long. How are you today? Love seeing you guys on here. So this is what I did today. Pretty chippy, pretty rough, right? That's okay. I'm going to finish the process. I actually brought my sander here because I like to do it with a sander pretty quick. I am just like a beast with a sander. You'll be like, no, seriously, I just go at it with the sander. I become one with the sander, but I know that it's painful to your ears. And so I just kind of wanted to show you where I am today right now. And then once I finish my just kind of de-stressing, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to seal them. And then all that clay paint is going to go and it's going to rise like the cream to the top. And then can you imagine with two white chunky candles? So I've got a million candles and candlesticks, and I'm going to just do a whole section. Imagine coming into the store and just seeing like reds and yellows and teals and blacks. But I was really thinking too, yeah, it'd be cool if I did like a, maybe like a, I don't know, like a brown with an antique lace over it or a white over it. Gives you, again, these are pretty boho, but it kind of gives a more romantic, just, you know, rustic, but a much lighter vibe. Color can do so much. So, all right, so that's what I'm up to today. Again, let me know. We're making a decision this week if we will unleash the beast of the Junk Monkey again out into the world, and also follow along on just my painting and flipping journey. I do believe that I can make some good money that I want to make flipping furniture and putting it out to the public. And anyway, I'm going to do all the things, and I will report back and let you know how it is going. Hello, Mike. Yes, I've seen you on my videos before from the Philippines. Very nice. I'm probably gonna go thrifting tonight, so look for a video from me. I'm gonna go see what's out there with furniture. But if you followed my thrifting videos recently, you know that I've been seeing a lot of furniture, the prices have come down. I think we went through a period where it's like, okay, have you lost your mind? You want how much for that? And then I know, and you know as well, that furniture takes up space. And if things don't move, then you do indeed become a museum. And is that what you're truly meant to be? So I really feel like what I've seen is a lot of the prices have come down, and I just found some great places where I could find furniture for like $2. A coffee table for $2. No lie. Hook me up to a lie detector. So I'm going to go. All right. And we also just got a Jeep. If you've seen my videos, you've probably seen it in the background. And you know what a Jeep has that a car doesn't? It has a dump. Okay. It has the back. So guess what? We're going to put that Jeep to work, and we're going to load up some stuff. Matt has no excuse right now. Hey, Alana, how are ya? All right, friends, so I'm going to get back speaking to Matt and about Matt, because I would always find stuff and be like, we can fit that, right? I don't want to put that in the back seat. Sonia, who knows what's on it? Okay, fine. No. So now I have a means. There is no stopping me now. Friends, there's so many people pulling into the shop right now. I'm going to head out, make sure Matt's okay. And the lady with the bracelets, I know she's waiting for me to come back. But look for my video to come up a little bit later today. I will finish these off. I will perfect them. I may put a little bit of gold because, you know, I'm Sonia and I do love gold. Just a few little, or some copper or something like that, all right? We shall see. We shall see. Rebecca says, the Jeep is your new employee. Yes, yes, I need you to report in for work. We leave in the morning. But I live in a place as well now where there's so many different Goodwills and things like that. So anyway, yeah. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Next chapter of our life. Next chapter of our life. I'll see you back here again tomorrow at 2 for the next project, but I'm going to finish these up. Probably work on some more candlesticks again tonight. There's a whole process I do with these, and you have to let them dry. That was me this morning, swinging them around, going, are you dry yet? Are you dry yet? You know, more dancing, less worries. All right, friends, I will see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Leave me your comments below. Again, we're taking polls this week. Is it worthwhile for us to go into the, we put it on pause for a while, but to crack open the treasure chest of Junk Monkey and begin to, you know, rebuild a website, put it back on. It would be small batch paint made with love from us. We are a small business. Matt would actually be the maker. And I'm the one over the shoulder going, I need this color. You know, you can help me pick some good colors and follow along as well. So, yeah, I don't know. You know, sometimes you just need more joy in your life, right? And know that happiness is in your pocket. All right, see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.